All right, in today's program, you are probably experiencing a glute bridge. All right, and a glute bridge is a very simple exercise, but very effective at isolating your glutes and focusing on better hip extension, which you could use in your deadlift or in your medicine ball throws, and a lot of other movements it carries through. So first things first here, if we're looking from this side angle, you might see a gap, right? That's the natural curve of the spine. It's exaggerated right now, okay? So I don't want to be here. I want to eliminate all gapping. So I shouldn't be able to reach my fingers or even a piece of paper underneath my back. All right, so this is midline stabilization. This must be maintained. So thinking about pulling your ribs down towards your pelvis or keeping this exact same pelvic position. So if you need to use two fingers, one at your pelvis, one at the bottom of the ribs, as you glute bridge up, you should feel zero change in the distance between your fingers. Whereas if I do it wrong like this, where I start arching, I can start feeling changes in my fingers. Okay, I don't want any change. Exactly the same the whole time, kind of like a plank. Okay, now this is your finished position of the glute bridge. In this position, I'm squeezing my glutes, trying to create a straight line from my shoulder to my knee. All right, so if you want to modify these and change them or make them harder, you can go single leg. But if you're going single leg and not creating a straight line anymore, then we probably need to go back down to a double leg. Okay. The other thing here is the foot position. I always try to keep my feet square so that my knees are creating, or my femur is creating a normal external rotation. My feet are as close to my butt as possible without being on my toes. Okay. So if anything, we should lift our toes up, or we can, to emphasize that we really want to use our posterior chain through the heel as we do these glute bridges. Okay. Now, when you do a glute bridge, just because you're timing your workouts, or if you're timing your workouts, it doesn't mean race as fast as you can, right? It still needs to be a controlled movement where you pause at the top every single rep, okay? And then lastly, there's some variations on this. You can glute bridge up and pull your knees out for several repetitions, and this will isolate a lot of the glute medius, which actually will help with running as well as all the other deadlifting and everything else. If you have knee pain, if you have hip flexor issues, this helps with those as well. All right. You can do glute bridges in various ways that aren't listed in the program. Other than repetitions, you can do holds where you're literally just holding, and that will stabilize your hips a lot better and get the musculature around the pelvis a lot better at stabilizing, which is usually one of the issues when people get injured on a deadlift, is they lack the stabilization of the pelvis. So this will really help keep your deadlift a lot safer. All right, so I really encourage you guys to take these glute bridges as seriously as possible. If you don't feel challenged, make them challenging. All right, and a lot of it is all up here. Just use your brain, connect it to your glutes, and make sure that you're squeezing hard every single rep.